YouTube, what's going on today? Welcome to another video. As I was saying, this is a Nations Cup. Probably you've seen the manufacturer series that I did before this, and yeah, that race was going so well, but then I ended up bottling it in that first corner, and yeah, it wasn't really the greatest I've ever raced, but yeah, it was going to work out. But at least it's a good thing I finished top 10. And for this, ranked fourth in the Nations Cup series in this lobby, I'm ranked fourth, and probably I was thinking to make it a little bit different. Start from behind, like not making any qualifying laps, or just making qualifying lap to begin. Because for this track, I was racing in the track on details side 2, which is the reverse of the main track with the dead chicane, the very famous dead chicane where people die in that really obscure chicane, like two consecutive chicanes. You'll see a lot of people are going to go crash into the barriers, and yeah, it's going to be kind of hectic. You see they're starting in P20, so no qualifying done. So probably let's try to see if I can get into top 5, which is kind of. It was possible, but it was again not really possible because I did try. This is the third time I was trying to enter into this race, because the first 2 times I got disconnected for apparent reason. I don't know why. So at least for now, I did get into the lobby, trying to see the fuel, if there'll be any need for fuel saving. And so far, yeah, probably yes, probably no. I'm not really sure. I wasn't really sure at the time, but there wasn't really any fuel saving. So I'm gonna, as you see, the first lap, I'm going to like short shift a lot, not getting the full power of the engine, and yeah, I'm on medium tires because my strategy on this race was start on the medium tires, finish on the hard tires, because we were supposed to use the 2 tires for during the race, the 20 laps that we're going to be using. So my strategy is I'm going to use 11 laps, 10 laps, let's say, as it go a little bit on the outside here, trying to take the Spaniard on the first chicane. This section of these 2 chicanes, so it's what is called the chicane. So, or the chicane of uncertainty, because the chicane means it's kind of obscure, let's say. So probably the chicane of uncertainty. I've raced on this track a lot. It's been popping up in the daily races. So yeah, I'm really kind of more familiar with it. And again, with the Lexus, my favorite, car over here, apart from the Porsche and maybe the GT AMG. As the French guy in front of there went a little bit wide, I had to like lift off and brake a little bit too hard, because there was also this South African in front of me. As the French guy almost got a little bit out of hand there, I actually saved him from spinning around, because that Supra, that turbo, it's quick. It has a quick brakes acceleration, and another yellow flag. Somebody's off. Trying to go for the cutback again here, but it's not really great. Trying to force things, because as you see the car got a little bit out of hand there. Or just trying to get to the slipstream in front of us, and just by the end of slipstream, as I see that the Supra is really coming back for the push. As I go a little bit of a bump there, I don't know why that happened, but yeah, I guess carrying the speed, going through the outside, going a little bit wide, and Supra almost makes me go to the barrier right there. Oh, the Spaniard behind me, the Porsche, is going to put a lot of pressure on me, because for sure that pressure was also like on this track is a good. It was a choice I would have taken. Oh, the bridge dies, the first casualty there on the dead chicane in lap number 2. Probably I was expecting more of crashes, because people were defending a lot on this race. As you see there, we're on lap 2, and still the distance between me and the time distance between me and P1, the Italian there, is still 10 seconds, like 10.5 seconds. It was that since lap 1, since the beginning of the laps. And so far it gave me a little bit of a hope that the race here is going to be a little bit easier than expected. Maybe I might got into an easier lobby than most of the times, because most of the times you get like really fast paced drivers, and yeah, I tried my best again. As you see, the French guy here is the French driver is getting a little bit out of hand with that Supra. Trying to go 3 wide into the chicane here, the last chicane, but I'm not going to force things, because if you force things, they're going to, as you see there, he got punted wide with the South African right here. And I was expecting him to get a penalty for that, but apparently he didn't. Probably the stewards in this race were a little bit lenient, not a lot lenient, because for sure he would have been given a 2-second penalty or 4-second penalty for forcing the car off the track. As he brakes a little bit too hard. You're supposed to be trail braking here, a little bit of brakes and cornering, so that you can get the most speed out of the corner right there. And I was kind of forced to punt him wide, a little bit. I'm gonna push it forward because to the next lap, actually, lap 3, towards the end of lap 3, I would say, because I did catch up to the guy, to another French guy in front of me, who was in a Porsche going defensive. I don't know why he went defensive. I know he's getting a little bit squally there. Going down, I might get a good run at him, but he also has a kind of a good run. He's on the inside, he has the shorter side of the track, so I'm gonna have to get behind him because we get you guys in front of him. I'm gonna push him because, help each other out to get to the guys in front of me. With that defending of the guy in front of me in lap 3, I'll slow down a little bit. Also, he is slowing down because he's going a little bit defensive for that. I don't know why, but I want to try and push him so that we can get, working together to get to the guys in front of us. And also I'm on medium tires, so the yellow flag, somebody, the Brit guy, in the Supra, also was in top 10, I think, on top 5, I believe. And he got too friendly with the barriers there, which made him make a visit, a stop, I might say, moving on again, because after he passed them, using every chance I get, my set goal was catching up with the guys in front of me. As you see, so far I'm in P12, already gained 8 positions from where I started, and we're only 5 laps in. As you see, there are a lot of fighting between the French and the Germans and the Spaniards. They were fighting a lot, checking on the fuel, but it's still alright, so no need to feel safe. We can go full throttle, but not too full throttle, just to make sure we conserve the tires to make them last for the longest time, because also short shifting makes you get less, not really less torque, but you conserve the tires a little bit, just a smudge, a little bit, so the tires do not degrade that much. You see the Beetle, the French guy, almost lost it there, because I just saw him just move onto the left side, being pushed or something like that. But up to P11, at least putting on the pressure to the cars in front of me, the German guy in front of me. So again, I'm gonna just try as much as possible. The Italian is gone already, so I'm just going to try and get past this group over here, because that's the main goal. As in, at least I wasn't even quarter away. I'm actually a quarter way through the race, going to the inside there in that corner, trying to take the most advantage of it, moving on to the inside again. But then we're 3 wide with the Aston Martin, and I think the Porsche also, I'm not really sure, but the Aston Martin is on my left. Oh, the Supra with the Castrol livery. Oh, you're on the wrong side. I'm going to go with the driving line, punting me a little bit, but I make it follow through the Aston Martin, through the chicane of uncertainty. I was almost to say the chicane of death. Going down here to the hairpin right here, I think that's Albanian flag. I don't know, I'm not really sure, but the guy in P7 with the Supra is not really going to get the best out of the run right there, because of the little bit squall. I'm going to follow the slipstream of the Aston Martin as we make it through. I'm already in top 10, already in P8, putting all the pressure completely onto them, telling them, come on, move over, okay, let's go. I'm pushing them through the long straights. It goes a little bit defensive there, which is going to throw him off. And in that corner is really, really tricky, because if you a little bit too throttle happy, you'll end up in the gravel, and I don't want to end up in the gravel. I think there's a video about that. I did that in daily races. I was really going really well, and then I just messed it up on that corner. I accelerated a little bit too much, as I say, and also I gave him a lot of position. I was thinking I might give him some space so that during the long straight here I might get the slipstream and get the slingshot pass through him, but yeah, with the, I forgot the Aston Martin also has that really high end acceleration, and yeah, I did catch up to him at the first corner, and I'd say first or second corner, because there's a kind of a bend over the start finish line. But anyway, we continue on. There's still B5 is on the horizon with the Spaniard right there. I think he also has a Supra, because the Supra was one of those cars that were the best to use. The Supra, and I think also the Aston Martin, I'm not really sure. Like also I think the GTR, the cars with the high speed. Oh, the German in front of me getting a little bit squally there off the exit. Almost, it's a good thing he didn't lose it. And yeah, I already passed the Spaniard who was behind me with the Aston Martin, and because he outbraked himself and went a little bit too wide through that hairpin, and going down through the S's uphill, I was just keeping it close to the German in front of me, just making him think that I'm there, making him make a mistake. As you see, they are going a little bit defensive last minute. He's a little bit squally there. I think his tires are a little bit more worn than expected, or maybe he's on the hard tires, probably not. But I think most of them are on the hard tires, so it was a good thing. At least by 7th lap, I'm in P7. Oh, a little bit squally there. Also me kind of trying not to lose it, because if I lost it there, I would have all that work that I did for 7 laps would have gone on to waste. As the Spaniard goes in for his laps, for his pit stop, he had hard tires, so he was going to change onto the medium tires for longer stint. As the Aston Martin guy, the Spaniard comes in for, the German actually, sorry, comes in for lunch of the century, of the season, and kind of loses me some seconds, some tens of seconds to the guys in front of me. And so far so good. We're racing great through the chicane of death, although my tires now are starting to die of death. I can feel them through the wheel. The corners are not as expected through the first few laps, and I'm a little bit slower, so I said I'm gonna just keep onto this driving line as the German there gets a little bad exit. But luckily my rear tires, through the short shifting, my rear tires were really conserved rather than my front tires, because of these aces right here. They were eating the front tires like really much, and we had to adjust our acceleration, our throttle response. Like as you see there I almost went wide because I went in a little bit too fast. I went too deep into that corner, and might have lost a lot of time there if I didn't go stamp on the brakes a little bit too more. So I'm gonna move forward to lap 10. That's end of lap 10, because that's when I was changing onto the hard tires. No need to refuel. Also, the French guy behind me goes in for fresher tires, and probably I might lose some positions here. Moving on, nicely done. That was almost wide. I think I might get a penalty for that, but no, it doesn't do that. Gran Turismo doesn't do that. Apart from the game like Cars, Project Cars give you a penalty if you go over the white line, the exit line for the pit lane. They'll give you a warning or a penalty or drive-through penalty. Or the guy behind me, the Spaniard, is gonna have to keep on the pressure, because I think he did go in for his medium tires, or he hasn't gone in for his medium tires. I think he still has the hard tires on, because most of them were going to use the hard tires and then we switch on to the medium tires. A little bit, the Spaniard loses it there. Too bad for him. And funny thing, I did come out ahead of the Spaniard with the Supra behind me. Again, moving on forward a lap later, I do catch up with the South African who didn't go in for his tire change. So I overtook him, went in for my tire change, and then I'm catching up to him again. So probably he has his hard tires on. He's gonna change onto the medium tires to get the best of the last lap, 8 laps remaining. But he's a little bit too late, because he would have gone in at the end of lap 11 and used 9 laps on the medium tires. and get the best out of it. As you see there, I have hard tires. Oh, P1 has gone in for his pit stop right now. He had hard tires on, which I was also saying people probably might have gone for the hard tires at the beginning of the race and chose medium tires for the end of the race, like the second stint. And funny enough, going through this, if you're still here, a like to the channel will be amazing, as it goes in for his change of tires. As I said, as expected, he was on hard tires, so he's going to change it to medium tires. But moving on forward, I meet up with this French dude right here who had the GTR. He was in the top 3, I think, and probably he did mess up and end up into the gravel right there. So probably he has hard tires on. I think he did change it with the hard tires because we did fight a lot. Like I can't even speak. Let me take a sip of my juice right here. Let's get back to the video. Moving down here, because I really was quick. He did make a mistake there. He went a little bit offensive than usual. As you see there, I just left it off a little bit off the throttle, because if I did smash the throttle down, I would have gone into him and punted him wide. He did defend a lot, as you see here, or every moment, just tire by tire, just trying to get the position of him. But the speed of the GTR was so great that in 4 laps I wasn't even able to. Every time I had a chance to, like you see here, going through the fast the straight line, he has the straight line speed of like the GTR, just trying to get onto the slipstream of him. But every time I get a kind of a slingshot, he's still ahead of me. Now going down here, I just said I'm not going to entertain this, because the guy behind me, the German behind me, who had the Aston Martin, was gaining on us. He was 3 seconds away. As you see there, he just trying to defend completely. Lost a lot of time between me and the guy in front of me, the guy in P3, because he was just by the horizon. But then all that defending made me lose a lot of time to get. I would have gotten a P3 for sure, which was amazing, which would have been the best race, most of the best races I've ever had. And yeah, him just, as you say, he almost, I think, went into the back of me. I don't know. But anyway, moving on to the last race, I did manage to keeping up bay, because he was a little bit slower through most of the corners, but his straight line speed was the one that helping the car. Like the GTR was, it is a car it is hard to tame, but as long as you tame it, it will help you a lot. And if you like the video, if you're still here, like the video, sub to the channel will be amazing. And that's the best race I've had in the Nations Cup. I did score, I think, 77 points on it. So from P20 to P4, that's one big race. And a lot of people did lose a lot of positions, and because of the death chicane, we had like four deaths, because I think also one of the Spaniards, the Spaniard with the bronze Porsche, I think he died there. But anyway, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and peace.